Hola, bienvenidos.
Welcome to beautiful Cholula.
Buenos dias, good morning country collectors. If you tuned in last week, you know we are in the Mexican state of Puebla, and as much as we enjoyed its capital city, we have moved west just 13 kilometers to the historic Pueblo Mexico of Cholula.
We can't wait to show you around, but before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any of our future adventures. And stick around to the end when we share some more of our recommendations.
Let's do this.
To get here from Puebla was super easy. We paid 80 pesos for an Uber and it took about a half an hour.
Well, now that we're here, let's check out our place. We booked this Airbnb for $37 a night. It has a well-equipped kitchen and dining area, a nice-sized bedroom with a very comfortable bed. It's located in a cozy apartment complex with dedicated spaces to relax outside. It's a quiet space except for the church bells, fireworks, and jazz club next door. It's a very lively city. We recommend heading over there though. They have great music, food, and cocktails. And don't forget those jazz hands. Adam made me do that. Well, let's hit the streets and see what Cholula has to offer. So when we found out about the city of Cholula, Adam said,
the place where they make the hot sauce?
Which would make sense, right? But after doing some research, we found out that it's actually made in Chapala, Jalisco, but it was inspired by the city.
Which is the oldest continually inhabited city in North America.
Chances are if you're visiting Cholula, the main reason is to see the Great Pyramid as well as Iglesia de Nuestra Señora de los Remedios, which was built on top of it.
But before we get to that, we have some other fun things to do first. Let's go.
When you arrive to Cholula, you're gonna notice it is a city of two towns, San Pedro and San Andres, which are separated by the archaeological zone. San Andres is a bit more hip. It attracts a younger crowd due to its large population of university students, and San Pedro is a bit more traditional and family oriented, but they both have a great food scene and nightlife as well. We definitely recommend checking them both out, but since we are staying here in San Pedro, it's where we're gonna start.
And you know the best place to do that is in the Zocalo.
This large open area is the main meeting point in town. It's a great place to come down and spend some time, browse the open air market, and enjoy the landscaping.
And check this out, this artist made a birdhouse as well as a bird, though I don't think this bird is gonna fit in that house.
He had a big breakfast. They also have this lovely little kiosk up here where you can get a 360 view of the entire Zocalo. And it looks like Adam is the squirrel whisperer.
I don't know why I like squirrels so much more in Mexico, but I love them here.
Yeah, they're funny.
Surrounding the Zocalo, you will find some great restaurants, cafes, statues. They have a beautiful fountain, as well as the massive El Convento de San Gabriel Archangel.
Built in the 16th century, this convent is one of the oldest convent complexes in Mexico. And like many of the colonial churches here, they were built by slave labor, that being the hands of the indigenous. I know it's easy to look at these buildings and just think, wow, they're so beautiful or grand, but it's so important to know the history behind them. So if you would like to learn more, there are guides on site here that can help you with that. Just up from the Zocalo is the Municipal Market. We haven't been there yet, but if you know us, we are suckers for local markets. So let's head there and see what we can find.
Welcome to San Pedro's main market. This place is open at 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. todos los días, or every day. It looks pretty sweet.
Whenever you head to a new place, we recommend popping into the markets. It's where you're gonna get a real taste of the local culture, as well as where you're gonna find some specialty foods. So let's go see what poblano treats we can get our hands on.
Ooh, sounds good to me. And as soon as we walked in, we are already hitting the jackpot. This is a local beverage here. It's made from cacao, water, and some sugar. She's frothing it up, which is what is giving it this beautiful bubbliness on top. Let's try it out. Wow, it is like super cacao. It also is served traditionally in one of these bowls here that just makes it even more authentic for me. I'm digging this. Sorry, you're gonna have to get your own, babe.
That's alright.
Let's go see what else we can find in here. I'm feeling a little peckish.
You have a chocolate mustache.
Oh, I do. Well, at least I have a mustache, because if you don't know me, I can't grow a mustache. So I'm very happy about it.
And if you're staying here for a little bit, this is a wonderful spot to come down and get your produce as well as your meat. There's a few carnicerias in here.
And not only can you come and buy some fresh cuts of meat, they're also cooking it up for people. So if you need a snack, you can get that here too. I really like this place. It seems like they have everything from pickled vegetables to piñatas. It's a one-stop shop. Now let's go look for some more to eat.
We have found ourselves here at Fonda Violeta, and we are not only drawn here by the huge vats of moles and dishes that they have out front, but these lovely ladies right here, they are so sweet. And we asked them what they recommended, and they said the most traditional, like Cholulan or Poblano dishes are the mole poblano and the pipián verde. I went with the pipián verde, which is green mole, but it is made with toasted ground pumpkin seeds, and I got it over enchiladas stuffed with cheese, so this is a good vegetarian option. And Adam got
the chilaquiles with mole poblano, which are made with poblano peppers and chocolate, which means I've already had chocolate twice today. I'm super excited. Let's jump in. Oh man, that looks so good. I watched her fry this up in the pan. Wow, that mole is very thick and it has a super rich flavor. The chocolate is subtle and there's some spice on the end. I'm really digging that.
One of my favorite things about moles is the variety of them. You can have the same mole, but it tastes completely different from one person to the other, just depending on how they make it. I have never tried this before. Let's taste it out. Wow. Very creamy. It's light. You can taste a bit of that pumpkin. And boy, does she have a heavy hand with that spice. It's really tasty.
That delicious meal was 100 pesos and it was perfection, but the best part was right here. Maria Elena not only prepared it, but she is the sweetest lady you will ever meet. So make sure to come by Fonda Violeta and say hello and grab some delicious traditional food. All right, we have a lot more to do. Let's hit the road.
Gracias.
Gracias. Gracias.
And what a gorgeous day to be exploring the city with you. We are so happy you're here with us.
After that savory lunch, we were craving something sweet, so we came over to Coyote Heladeria and got something amazing. That's right, this ice cream is made with maíz, leche, milk, some sugar, and then natural flavors. This one here is blue corn. This is made with cacao. And then this, can you guess what it is? It's chile en nogada, which is also a specialty dish here from the region. They look so good. Let's jump in.
Wow, what a unique experience. And they even serve the corn ice cream in a corn husk. This could be more corny than me.
I don't know if that's possible.
I don't think it's possible either, but you know what? I'm gonna jump right into these. Let's start with the chocolate. Number 3 for me today.
Right, and the blue corn.
Oh wow, that's even more delicious than the chocolate. And now I'm gonna go for the specialty.
The chile en nogada, and as you can see, it is actually representative of the colors of the Mexican flag.
Well, I'm feeling very patriotic as I eat this.
I love the pomegranate seeds.
Wow. You know, it's grainy and it kind of sticks to your tongue, so the flavor is just like this wash in your mouth. I am really enjoying this. You gotta try some of this, babe.
This is a tasty treat for sure. When you're in Cholula, you're gonna wanna head here. We're gonna finish these up and then go head to the pyramid. Come along. There are a couple of spots to buy your tickets into the archaeological zone, but we recommend coming here to Avenida Morelos. You can see the spot right across the street here. The tickets are 85 pesos each, and included is the entrance into the site museum, which is just across the street. There you're gonna find a replica of the pyramid, as well as some artifacts and information that can really enrich your experience here. Well, let's go ahead into the zone. After leaving the site museum, while you're heading to the archaeological zone, you will run into the Regional Museum of Cholula. Its 8 exhibition rooms detail the history and culture of the region, and it's one of the most comprehensive museums we've been to in Mexico. And I have to say, we are loving the weather here. It is July right now, so it's the summer. It has been raining a bit in the afternoon and at night, but it is nice and dry. And we're up at 5,000 feet, so it might take a little bit to get acclimated to, and make sure you're drinking a lot of water. And as we're walking through this ancient city, I want you to picture it thriving. 2,500 years ago in 500 BC is when this civilization began, and over the years it was home to ancient cultures such as Olmecs, Toltecs, and Mexica.
And you can do your own research, but if you don't want to, they do have guides available. We heard the price was 250 pesos, and they will take you through this entire archaeological zone and explain everything to you in detail.
This site was a very important religious and cultural center where many made pilgrimage to honor the god Quetzalcoatl, in which the Great Pyramid was built for.
I'm so glad that we went to that museum first and saw that model, because it's hard to picture this pyramid behind me here, but it's actually massive. It's 60 meters tall and 400 meters at its base, making it the largest pyramidal base in the world and the largest pyramid by volume. It was built over 1,000 years by the different cultures that lived here, and I am so impressed when I look at it. Something feels sacred here, and I understand why the people made pilgrimages from all over the country to be here.
During the Spanish conquest, Hernan Cortes came through Cholula on the way to Tenochtitlan. While he was leaving, he got wind that the Cholulans were planning an attack, so before they left, they rounded up the city's warriors and nobles to this spot right here and said their goodbyes. That day and the days following, thousands of Cholulans were executed, their religious sites destroyed, and the city was ransacked. This is known as the Cholula Massacre.
After the massacre, Hernan Cortes ordered the building of 365 churches in this area here. Only 37 were completed, including this one right here that they built on top of the pyramid. Let's go check it out.
And when you exit the archaeological zone, you're gonna find yourselves here in Parque Soria. This gets especially busy on the weekends. There are a lot of street food vendors and a market here as well. And a little further down, there's a lively area with bars and restaurants.
This is also where you can find the San Pedro Cholula sign, which is a great place to snap a photo. All right, let's go head up to the church.
And this has a bit of an incline, so just be prepared for that. I have seen some people working out here in the morning. Whew, definitely great exercise. And I found that walking upstairs, if you go side to side, it makes it a lot easier, kind of like traversing the steps. Whew, there's the church bell. And just a few more steps, we've almost made it. Si se puede, si se puede. You almost made it, babe. That small trek up here was absolutely worth it. Here is the beautiful Iglesia shining in that afternoon sunlight. And from here, you get a 360-degree view of the entire city. And we recommend coming in the early morning or evening when the cloud cover has dissipated over the volcanoes and the mountains. It is open from Monday until Sunday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And while we're up here appreciating this beauty, we want to appreciate our newest patrons.
Jen, Brandon,
Will, Jessica, and Jared. Thank you so much.
you guys are the coolest.
Yeah, you help make all of this possible, and we're just super appreciative of you.
If you'd like to join our Patreon community, we'll put the link in the description below.
Well, we have a lot more to do today, so we better head down. Come along.
And something we unfortunately didn't get to explore are tunnels that actually go underneath the pyramid. They're closed due to the pandemic, so hopefully when you come, they'll be open. Let's keep going.
We have found ourselves on the other side of the Iglesia now in San Andres. We just sat down here in this lovely park. It is so peaceful.
People are just hanging out, riding their bikes. The view of the church is stunning, and they also have some colorful letters over here, so you can snap a photo here as well. And keep those peepers peeping, people, because the street art on this side is something you don't want to miss.
Yeah, and if you come here and you want to work out, they actually have a huge sports complex as well, so definitely check that out.
And if you don't want to work out, that's okay too. Me and you can hang out.
Oh my gosh. Adam's gonna try to moonwalk by the sign. He's like, I wish I could moonwalk. I would totally do that. Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky.
I needed a little pick-me-up, so we stopped by Bar Barista for a nice iced coffee. And while I was inside, I noticed they had some delicious-looking desserts, and it was just calling my name. It was saying, Adam, Adam, eat me. So I picked up a beautiful piece of carrot cake right here.
That's our weakness, carrot cake.
Man, it's just so good with the cream cheese icing on it. Give me a minute. I'll be back with you guys in just a few. That carrot cake seemed to just go and disappear.
Let's see it though. I may have eaten most of it. It was so good.
I completely understand why. It was perfection.
Yes, well now Adam's gonna finish his coffee and then we are gonna head to the center of the barrio.
The road we're on now is Cinco de Mayo. It's the main street in town that heads down to the center plaza. You're gonna find restaurants and bars here, as well as some beautiful murals, like this little guy right here. Hey, buddy.
So cute.
We have made it to the central plaza of San Andres, and let me tell you, it is completely different than it was this weekend.
On Sunday when we were here, there was a massive celebration going on, centered around their parish here that was dedicated to Our Lady of Remedies, and the entire street was closed down. They had food vendors and other vendors selling souvenirs. There was also a carnival as well as cultural performances. We had the pleasure of actually going inside the church, and let me tell you, the flower arrangements were out of this world, absolutely beautiful. And they also had biblical depictions running from the door up to the altar that were made out of colorful sand and glitter. It's definitely a sight to see.
And wow, there are some giant rain droplets coming down right now. I just heard that crack of the thunder in the sky. Like we said, in the afternoons, they do tend to get some showers this time of the year. So I think we might have to call it a little bit early today.
Yeah, they normally only last like an hour or 2 hours, but we were almost done with this video anyway, so let's sit down and give them our recommendations.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
And like Puebla City, Cholula has an awesome culinary scene. We'll start with Big Kahuna Burgers.
Ooh, that's a good one. If it sounds familiar, it should, because it was inspired by the movie Pulp Fiction. It was delicious and the burgers were humongous.
They certainly were. The next place, if you are craving some Asian inspired comida,
man.
we recommend going to Dang.
It was like a hip-hop noodle bar.
New York City kind of theme.
Oh man, the noodles were so good, as well as the dumplings. Some of the best ramen I've ever had.
Yeah, he got the pork ramen, right?
That's right.
And I got the Thai green curry that was delicious as well. Last night we actually went up to a bar called San Pedrito Bar Restaurant. It has a nice terrace that overlooks the Iglesia, and we just got a couple drinks there.
And they had a secret entrance. We got there and we're like, how do we get in? The guy's like, don't worry, don't worry. And all of a sudden, you're inside in this beautiful bar.
Yeah, it was wonderful. We definitely recommend it. It's great. Yeah, go up there in the evening. You can't see the sunset, but you can see it reflecting off the clouds above the church. It's beautiful. And last but certainly not least, Recuado. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. They had vegan, vegetarian, and meat options.
Something for everybody. We had some delicious hummus to start, as well as some beet ravioli that was stuffed with goat cheese and I think spinach.
And then we moved on to lentil meatballs and ended with the stuffed pepper. You can see the wind has just picked up.
Oh man, I hope
here.
we don't get struck by lightning.
We gotta make a run for it. But thank you so much for coming along with us today.
It would have been nowhere near as much fun if you hadn't been here.
If you enjoyed this video, please give us a big thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to
Bling, 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 bling the bell.
We'll see you
next time.
Adios.